Hello guys, my name is Danijel and I'm here at MS Ignite at the beautiful Gold Coast, and with me I have Peter and Chris from the company Vibrato.
One on.
Oh, you sure you didn't miss a letter?
No.
Okay, so tell me, how did you come up with that name?
No, the name was just sort of something that was there from about 2 or 3 years ago. It was a bit of a shell company around some sort of companies we had around musical terms, and Vibrato came along and we just carried on. Nothing really special about it.
Okay,
yeah.
So what do you guys do?
So we're all automation engineers, right?
Yeah, DevOps for hire.
Yeah, no, not for hire like that, no. No, so what we really focus on is taking our clients from everything they do today, traditional sort of data centers and that sort of stuff, into the cloud with a really high level of automation. So we really make sure that software development lifecycle and application delivery sort of management, we get that running as fast as we possibly can for our clients.
Okay, and what tools do you use for that?
Yeah, a lot. So
everything really.
Yeah.
Whatever fits the job. We've got tight partnerships with Puppet and Chef and HashiCorp and a whole bunch of different providers, but it's whatever works for the customer is what we're really about.
Oh, okay, so you're the dark side guys who just got under the spotlight.
Yeah, we're definitely the open, they call it the open source track here, which I think means that we don't use Windows anywhere, which is probably right.
We use VS Code, that's about the sum of it.
Yeah.
VS Code and Azure is about as Microsoft as our stuff gets at the moment.
So what do you use in Azure then?
Today we've been doing a lot of the ACS stuff.
Yeah, container services.
Yeah, we've just done a presentation around using Azure Functions as operational glue. So we do a lot of that, which is really cool. That presentation should be up as well at some point for everyone to take a look at.
So how do Azure Functions fit into your automation? You said that you're automation guys. So how does Azure Functions fit
So it's funny, we don't just automate the delivery process, but we also automate things like chat ops. And so we use Azure Functions basically as operational glue. So things like the one that we just did that Chris was pulling together as well was someone goes in, we use Chef Inspec, an open source product, to look at compliance. It finds that a box has become non-compliant, automatically a function triggers and looks at those blobs, goes into a Slack channel, tells you there's an issue.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and there's buttons back afterwards. So yeah, a lot of operational glue that way.
Yeah. What the functions give you is you can build all just the code bits. You don't have to worry about all the framework around everything. All your integration is already handled by the Azure Functions service, so you just get to do the good bits.
Just-in-time
awesome.
code.
So how much of that stuff do you do for clients? Is that for every single one of them, or is that just one?
We tried
one-off?
We tried it. So I mean, we're really big about making sure that we have like a wingman program. Is something we do where we do our very best to train and educate our clients to become Vibrato engineers. So everything we do, we get them to do the exact same thing. So we're not that sort of group that goes in here and says, hey, leave us alone. We go do it all and I'll come and give you some documentation at the end. We actually hate that. We actually work with the client and train them along the way. And so the same process and tools that we use, we give to them. So all of them.
And how far do you go with that process? I mean, I assume that because you're Linux guys, you must be using Docker containers and that type of thing?
We've got a presentation tomorrow on containers, so we'll be doing some stuff there as well. But no, as much as we say to Linux guys, 2 of our largest clients right now, today in the enterprise space, are all Windows.
Oh, so you do Windows?
We do. Absolutely. But the thing being, it really doesn't matter anymore.
No, it's
becoming irrelevant.
Cool?
Yeah.
Because nowadays you have everything, and you can take Linux and you can deploy it to Azure, and you can take .NET Core stuff and deploy it on Linux.
Absolutely.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
So do you guys, because you said you're doing just the automation, are you doing coding as well, or are you just taking care of the process and nothing else?
We do the application architecture side of things. So when somebody is coming from some old school stuff, say like mainframe, or they're saying, hey, I really need to decompile this monolith, then we're definitely the people that educate. So I think the whole team, everyone can develop. They're all developers as well in Vibrato. So the engineers are from that space. But we're not going to sit there and do all the coding for them. We're there to basically get them started and architect and structured the right way, and then have their teams doing the development is basically how we try to do it.
Oh, okay. So are you coding in, whatever you have to code? Is that
all the things? All the things.
Really?
Would you say like?
So you're across everything. It's so funny.
Go through the languages, but I'm pretty sure
I don't know if we've got any COBOL guys or anything.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, but I've done old school Java, like I've done that.
I think that the COBOL jobs are actually the highest paid in Sydney.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised actually. Yeah. No, but we've got it all covered. Having to be able to deploy, software for all sorts of teams means you have to understand all the languages. So it's actually quite a lot of fun.
So where do you experience the most pain? Given that clients come to you with different requirements.
Yeah, definitely.
Where's the biggest pain point?
I think sometimes it can be the cultural challenge. Is having people. It's not the tech. We said this the other day, right? We got technology sorted, and most people when you get in the organisation, that's a given. We do that, right? But the cultural side of things, and not just getting dev to talk to ops, but really making sure things like the business, they're like, what am I paying for? What's this automation thing? So we actually work on helping them, look at the business case and understand why it's important and what they get back. And I think that's the challenge. It's also an exciting part for us, but I think that's one of the biggest evolving places in the world right now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because when we do, similar things, just it's mostly on Microsoft stack.
Yep.
We feel like that the DevOps is not about the tools. It's like a minefield of tools, but
navigating the tools. Isn't
that's right.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is like the culture change and how to get there and get everyone aligned to do that thing.
It really is, yeah. And then it's funny you say that as well. A big part that we make sure we try to give to clients is navigating failure. So we really try to make sure go through and say we've broken it all these times before with all these tools and bits and pieces. Don't go down this path. You can try and definitely fail fast, but we've failed enough that you can learn from our mistakes and move forward faster.
Oh, I assume. So they must take this pretty, positively.
Yeah. Oh, it's, if everyone thinks, what do you mean there's failure? I'm like, there's heaps of failure. Seriously, I think in the industry, once you actually get past it and you learn how to deal with it, fail often, it just means you get to the successful one really quickly.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for your time. Before we close the session, do you have any tips for our watchers?
Yeah.
What would you say to them, given that you have went through so much pain, what would be the main takeaways for them?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it would be definitely automate at the beginning. Seriously, get started quickly, get your CI and your CD pipelines up fast so as that you can fail really fast. If you're looking for a platform to do that, HashiCorp is really good for that at the moment, especially in that DevOps space with the tooling. They're really cool, not to mention Chef as well. So the tip would be to go check those out and look at those companies. They're really good to get started.
Alrighty, thank you for the time, Peter.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, Chris.
Cheers.
This is Danijel signing off for SSW TV at MS Ignite at Gold Coast. See ya.